These men-at-arms are absolutely crazy. Look at this. Oh my. And we defeated them. But it seems if you ever feel stressful, you just need to execute 5 people and you will feel fine after that. You will lose all the stress in the world. Hundreds of years ago, the Vikings carved their names into England and beyond. The Vikings were kings, raiders, and legends, but now the old ways are fading. Christian kings rise across the north, and the gods of old are forgotten. So today I will play as Erik the Heathen, in my opinion, the last true Viking. Can I reclaim his kingdom? Can I restore the old gods? And can I prove that the age of Vikings is not over yet? We are in the year 1066, and with the Scandinavian kings converting to Christianity, the Vikings are a dying breed. If we look at Denmark, he is a Christian. If we look at Norway, he is a Christian. And if we look at the King of Sweden, he is also a Christian. Now, if you search up the last Viking, this guy will probably show up. This Harald, he was believed to be the last Viking because he tried to invade England, but he failed and ended up dying. But today we are playing as this guy, Prince Erik III the Heathen. He's called the Heathen because he is not Christian, he is Asatru, or the faith of the Vikings. And he actually has a claim on Sweden because his father was the King of Sweden. But he was born unlegitimately, so he did not inherit the throne. Instead, this man, Erik, also an Erik, Erik II, rules, and he is our nephew and liege. Now today we are gonna try and reclaim our kingdom, and we'll try to convert all of Sweden back to Asatru. As you can see, it is largely now Christian, but there are still a few spots that do follow the old faith, especially my land. They all follow the old faith. And even though our liege is Christian and we are feudal, we can still raid, which is a big upside to us. It will be much easier to make money and much easier to get an army so we can reclaim our kingdom. Now, first things first, we are gonna choose a lifestyle and we are gonna go down the martial because we have a martial education. And I now notice we only hold 1 of 4 holdings, so I think it would be a pretty good idea to get some holdings. Maybe these guys are vassals, or I'm definitely looking at this country right here because it does have a mining settlement which gives +2 gold a month. And I think, yeah, let's increase our authority, and I can actually nominate a successor. Well, I'm gonna nominate myself, because why not? Now, I did notice that we do not have an heir, and our wife is actually Christian, so I think we will divorce her, because she isn't our lover or soulmate. So let's get a new wife, and I think I'll go alliance power, because we will need a strong ally against our liege. Maybe not a 10-year-old, 35 is kind of old. These people are kids, yeah, 37 is old. 21, that she would be fine. 1,600, maybe we can find somebody who has inheritable stats. Let's see. Okay, there is actually one we can get. 1,300 men. She's 19 and she is pretty, so we will have a lot of kids with her, hopefully. Here is a little tip. I like to put train for a tournament on notify when this decision becomes available, because you do have the chance of becoming strong, and strong is a amazing trait. And as a Viking, we can determine personal deity. And normally, when I play as a martial person, I am gonna go for this one, because it does give you +3 martial and a little bit of advantage during winter. Now, we are going to marry off our courtiers to some capable people, because we will need all the help we can get. An Estonian who has 19 martial, sure, let's do that. Emil Tisander, who is a Catholic, interesting. We're gonna get this person or this person. See, she is Asatru, so I'd prefer her to be our spy master. And let's get a tutor. This person will do. And a steward. Okay, we actually don't need a steward because Emil Tisander has 19 stewardship. That is pretty good. So let's get a... well, I guess a diplomat instead. And you are unmarried. Let's get also a female diplomat and a... I think the only thing we need is some people who have high prowess. This guy and this guy have 26 prowess. That is amazing. Let's get them. I might as well invite champions because we do have some knights. Yeah, we don't need to do that. So I think I will get a Huskar regiment, station them in our capital, and then we'll wait for our courtiers to come in. Then we'll go on our first raid. Okay, so I didn't even wait for my men-at-arms to go up because England is at war with 2 people. So I decided let's take advantage of that because Dover has 63 loot available. We can easily raid these, and hopefully, I think if the King of England comes close to us, Normandy will attack him. And we actually only need to raid Dover and this county, and then we can return home. Because our loot will be full. 88 from 88, that is a good bounty. And that was only like maybe 4 months, I'd say. Here we go. I think what I'll also do now is make a claim on this county to get the mine I mentioned earlier. So I could have just gotten a claim on this county over here, but I declined it because it was like 70 gold and we only have 23 and I'd prefer not to be in debt. Now we are going for a round 2 to raid England. I did increase my men-at-arms right here. And England is still, yeah, they are fighting both wars, so hopefully they will not attack us. Now, who's this? No idea, he just passed by. Don't come towards me. Oh, okay. Now, that is the downside of playing on 5 speed. They just appeared and now they are absolutely beating me. Maybe I should have gone for like Wales instead, but here we are. That is our first defeat, but it won't matter too much. Let's see where it takes us. It actually does take us to Wales, and we have just enough men that we could actually raid them. So, hello Mr. Wales, or Wales, Count of... Oh, interesting. I didn't even notice that we had perks. I guess I kind of forgot that we're already like 38. Maybe I should reset our perks because we do not need this side of the gallantry. So yeah, let's reset it. Let's do this and then go down towards organized march and then serve the crown. Now, I probably should also seduce my wife. She is paranoid and she isn't of the same faith as us. And she didn't even accept our conversion request. But life is tough sometimes. But I think we will manage. We can raid, which is a massive bonus for us. especially when these guys we are raiding, they cannot do anything about it. I think I just saw that, yeah, Denmark is attacking Norway because they do have a claim on Norway. And this character is actually really interesting because he has a kingdom claim on England and Norway, and he could technically form the North Sea Empire, which we did in the last video as Alfred the Great. So if you ever want to see me play as King Sven, subscribe and let me know. But back to our raiding campaign. I think... oh, our nephew is in prison. That is great for us. Not great for our nephew, but great for us. We'll still raid this and this little city right here, and then we'll return. And I will now take the county claim, because I don't think this guy will attack us because he is at war. Then we are going to return home, and there is, I think these are Estonian people raiding our king, so this, our liege is really weak right now, so maybe it's a bit early, but we could go for a kingdom war right now. But I think we'll first get this county with the mine, because we do have a claim on it. Now I upgraded my mangonels a little bit, and I think we'll just go in. This guy does have, I think, like 1,500 with his ally, but we will manage. I'm just gonna call in our ally. Okay, he won't even accept, so maybe we'll just straight up beat him first. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we absolutely destroyed him. And we'll also go fight his ally. Hopefully don't give him a chance to unite their troops, and absolutely destroy them. Yeah, they had 1,500, which was more than I had, and we now killed all of them. They only have 100 troops, so all we need to do is siege down this county, and with the engineered for destruction we're also going to siege faster. And ooh, my nephew was killed. Oh no. Or, well, good for us, I guess. But now Sweden is ruled by a 1-year-old. Oh, yeah, good luck, buddy. Oh, he is putting us as his marshal. Sometimes English is very hard. But here we go. Yeah, we won our war and we got the county with the mine. Now all we have to do is increase this. I just noticed I got all those good courtiers and I didn't even assign them. I am sometimes like I don't use my brain. Now our vassals are making a faction against us, which is actually good for us because we can then revoke their titles and take them for ourselves. Okay, so I was actually waiting for our vassals to press their faction against us, but one of them left, and now while I was going to go on a raid to Brittany, I have gotten this from our liege. He is trying to revoke our title. Now, I could have gone with the, I guess, the religious rights. I can still do it. You know what? We'll just do that. I think... Can he revoke our title then? He still can. Great. Now, if I decline this, we are gonna be at war. So, let's return home. We didn't get too far, thankfully. And I think we should be able to beat our liege quite easily. Now, famous last words, but let's see. I've gotten a few more men here. And I have the chance to do what? This is our vassal. I can give her a good tumble. Sure, let's do that, even though she already is pregnant. But here we go, our liege is sieging down our capital, and it is saying that we'll lose. I can become a lover with the wife of our vassal. Sure, you know what? Sure, let's do it. She is my lover. Now, this is interesting. It is saying that we are gonna lose, because they do have 600 soldiers more, but frankly, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. Now, these guys aren't helpful. Let's see. We do have advantage, plus 22. Yeah, you see, sometimes the AI, or whatever you want to call it, it lies to you. So it said we are going to lose, but as you can see, we are absolutely destroying them. And there we go. I think I'll just go and siege their capital. And these guys are gonna join us, because they also are Asatru, or... Actually, who is this? Why are you in this war? She isn't my vassal. I guess she just joined because it is a tyranny war. So, sieging down his capital. Now, I'm not too sure we will win this. Okay, we do. We absolutely do. Even though we aren't fighting in forest, we still win. We do have Huskarls and Vigmen, which are better in forest terrain. But we still win, and now I think all we need to do is siege down his capital. Here we go. Might be wrong, I think we need to siege something else down as well, and we capture his cousin, who is, I'm pretty sure, is going to be, yeah, his heir if this guy loses the war, or if we win the war. Okay, there we go. They were just about to siege back their capital in 2 days, but we just about got this county sieged, and we have now won. And we actually... Oh. Okay, this guy was in our prison, but now I guess he is free, and I am his regent. Interesting. Now, he is also inviting us on his council, and he is, or somebody else is paying ransom. There we go. We are his... Okay, so it said we were his regent, but now we're no longer his regent. Doesn't matter. He only has 1,000 men, which means we are just gonna push a claimant war against him, Kingdom of Sweden. There we go. We're gonna wait just a little bit to let our men get back. And I think it would be wise to get a bit of mangonel so I can siege faster. And then all we have to do is wait. Now finally our wife is pregnant. She is 28, or we are 44, and that is a pretty late age to get a firstborn. Now I think I'll try to get down to strategist, and then we'll go down the medicine focus, the same that we did with Alfred, because we want our heir to be a fully grown man when he gets his throne, I guess. But first I have to get my throne. And now I will push for independence, not independence. I will push my claim and retake the Kingdom of Sweden. Now this might be a little early. I only have 1,400 men, because if we do lose, if we do win, pretty sure this guy is definitely going to push a faction against us, and he is actually the father of our liege, or the current king. Now all we're gonna do is go siege his capital. He doesn't have any allies, and I don't think I have to call in our ally. There we go. We have gotten our first, I guess, daughter, or first child, and we'll name her, you know what, Oslog, however you say that. That is a fine name, and we actually imprisoned our liege. Interesting. Should we ransom him? How much money will he give us? 200. That I think that is a good investment because, to be honest, I don't think he stands a chance, and 200 gold is going to go a long way for us. And we have gotten an illegitimate child, the son of our vassal, and we must be very careful about this news. Now we're gonna attack them, and boom, they died. We just finished this siege, and they are sieging back their capital, which again only has 2 days left. And now we have finally become the King of Sweden. There we go. The Munso dynasty returns to the throne. And I think we have made Ragnar proud. Now I'm going to vote for our daughter to be our heir. And I think pretty soon our vassals are gonna rebel against us because they are mostly Catholic, and we should definitely start immediately trying to convert, even though it takes 40 years. And I think it would be a pretty good idea to get new allies, and the Cumans would have the most troops. They have 7,000. I learned from last time I'm no longer ever allying a conqueror because they refuse to join your war. And it's either these guys who have 3,000 troops or the steppe riders who have 8,000 troops. I think it is pretty clear who I will go for. And they will give me a matrilineal marriage. So here we go. 8,000 troops, our new ally. We can immediately hold court. Nonsense, Denmark is no threat. Shared burdens, let's do that. Instead, is it not enough? Council rights guaranteed, sure. I doubt you will be a vassal much longer because they are gonna rebel, and I'm going to revoke their titles. We can ransom a few people. This guy and this guy. And I'm going to also increase my men-at-arms because we will need as many men, or the best possible men-at-arms that we can have. We are doing a nice for a month, even though our men are being paid for right now because they aren't full. We are still doing plus for a month, which is pretty good. Now I'm gonna choose that. And let's see, they have immediately gone and created a faction against us, and they have twice as many men. Now, if we would play our cards right, we could probably beat them on our own, but just in case, I did get the alliance with the Cumans. And interesting, they have come from it immediately. Now, I am going to call in our allies. This guy's in another war. Actually, what war is this? Retaliation war, okay. Are you the leader? Yes, that is not good for us. But I will raise our men right here, 6 days, and I'm going to attack them immediately. I think it would be also wise to get a court tutor. There we go. And just attack these guys. That's 1,500 men, and boom, we won against them. They do have 5,000 men together, but if we can kind of isolate them from each other, then we have a chance. Now, these guys and these guys, they are quite close to each other, so I'll just leave them in peace. Maybe wait for our allies. And we are getting stressed, which is not good. Did I just become melancholic? No, I did not. Okay. Thankfully. Our ally, where are you? You are down here because you are in another war. Defending against the conqueror as well. Oh god. Maybe you can get some mercenaries. Oh, there aren't any good ones. This guy would be good, and he just stopped traveling. And please join me, please help me. They are sieging down my capital. Okay, so for future references, we have to check who we hire to be our mercenaries, because this guy has 600 men, which is good, right? But 600 of those are levies, and he only has 2 knights, so this stack right here is pretty much useless. And we also have to be careful who we ally, because the Cumans, even though they have 7,000 troops and they are horse riders, 6,000 from them, which means they're better than levies, they are still fighting their retaliation war, and they're fighting a second retaliation war. And our first ally, who didn't even want to join us because he doesn't like us, he is fighting his own war against the Bjarmalanders, who is a conqueror. So we are really struggling with... Okay, now that was an accident. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, I'm being called into a war by the Cumans. Sure, I'll join. I just accidentally went into the 5k stack, and I'm winning. These men-at-arms are absolutely crazy. Look at this. Oh my. And we defeated them. And 100 men want to fight us? Sure. How many did we just kill? So 5k stack, and we killed 1,700. That is amazing. Now we're gonna siege back our capital. They did siege that, unfortunately, but it's only gonna take 40 days for us. I think after this war we're gonna definitely have to host a feast, because our stress is through the roof. And they have just run into us, and we are still winning. Yeah. These men-at-arms, or the Scandinavian or Norse men-at-arms, are amazing. Absolutely amazing. We are gonna go back to 5 speed. There we go. The Sami are good people, sure. The reindeer farmers. Now all we have to do is siege back, or siege some land from them, and we should be finished with this war. Now they are trying to siege our capital. We definitely need to upgrade our 4th level in our capital, because it is being sieged far too easily. And we should also have strategists in a few months. Interesting, we can ransom a few people. There we go. Is he in our prison? He actually is. Can I ransom him for money? Sure, let's do that. Extra money, get us out of debt, and we will now finish the war. And with that, we have secured our position as the King of Sweden. Now, I am going to revoke the titles of everybody who just fought us. Even you, even though you are a republic ruler, I'm revoking your titles. Okay, so I just revoked a bunch of titles. We got 2 new counties, this one and this one. And we also gave the Republic of Visby or Gotland to our mayor, who you might notice was with us from the very start. And I also gave this duchy to our spy master. Those who serve us, they get, well, rewards. Now I think we will go on a grand raid next. Maybe upgrade our men-at-arms a little bit, and I think I just misclicked there. Yeah, but I'm gonna upgrade our men-at-arms, and then we are going on a raid and kind of announcing that the Vikings are back. Okay, so I just noticed that, or I forgot about our stress situation. If I gain any more stress, we are going to abdicate or die. And we can't go on a raid anyways because we are still a participant in our allies' war. So I'm just gonna hold a feast, and I think, yeah, the perfect place is Uppsala. As you know, the Temple of Uppsala is a holy place for the Asatru. Who wants to be our honorary guest? You know what? We're gonna choose the King of Denmark, and we are going to insult him. Now, we just have enough money to host a feast. Hopefully we can get enough stress down that we don't die or abdicate. Now, we also are facing a problem. It is the succession problem. Our heir, or the heir of our kingdom... Oh! Our daughter is the heir of the kingdom right now. Which is kind of surprising considering she is a female and only 6 years old. But I guess our voting strength is just that high. So the feast did not do much for us, as you can see. But I do have another solution, which we could have done a little bit sooner. Because we are zealous, we can lose stress by executing people who aren't of our faith. As you can see, we gain 50 piety and we also lose 20 stress. So let's sacrifice them. Now our stress level was almost at the 3rd level, which means we would have died or abdicated. But it seems if you ever feel stressful, you just need to execute 5 people and you will feel fine after that. You will lose all the stress in the world. So my daughter just got the trait Brave, which is really good because she is going for a martial education, and it seems some Finnish men have come to raid Åland. Now I'm just gonna destroy them real quick, and then I think it would be a good time to finally go on our grand raid. And I think, let's see, how much does the Pope have? The Pope has 6,000. We are not going to raid the Pope. We do not have the facilities for that. Now our realm is looking quite stable. We're making good money. We have a strong army. But I did just get the trait Infirm, which means we will no longer live very long. So what does a Swede do when he does not have long to live? Well, naturally, he is going to declare war on Denmark. Now, Denmark only has 1,800 troops, so this will be a pretty easy war. And I think we have destroyed all our enemies in this campaign, and I think if we face these guys as well, we're also going to destroy them. So that was a pretty quick war. I only had to siege 2 counties and beat them once. So now we are gonna end it, but I just realized this thing keeps popping up. Primary heir of the wrong dynasty. Now the heir of our kingdom is actually this boy. And he is Christian, and he is the nephew of the old king, I guess, yeah. The nephew of our nephew. Now, I think the only solution is, well, trying to imprison him, and he's gonna say no, and I do not really care. Maybe I should have cared. How many men is that? 6,500! Oh my god. Or oh my Odin in this case. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but it is the only way of securing our succession. Okay, so I just had a little break, and let's see where we are. I have 6 out of 4 counties, so let's grant these to, not to the bishop, let's give these to somebody else. This guy's loyal, no, this guy doesn't have good stats. I'll give this guy who has high learning, maybe he can serve as our, I guess, Riksgodi. And let's give this to this guy. And oh yeah, I think I was revoking this guy's title. Okay, I have sent the proposal. Now, ooh, what was I thinking? 6,500 men. Ooh, that is going to be hard. Now, maybe I call in my allies. Yeah, let's do that. This Sami guy and the Cuman guy. Yeah, the Cuman is still at war. He has been fighting a uprising for 4 years. Poor guy. Now I am going to siege down this holding, and then we will see where we go from there. Oh, interesting. We just captured the Duke, or who we tried to imprison, and just like that we have just defeated 6,000 men with one little siege. Okay. I think that is a majority of the vassals in our prison. Yep, that is right. Now, I think I will execute this guy. So he is not the heir to our kingdom. And this guy is also his brother, so I'll execute him as well. And this guy I'll just ransom. How much money is he making? Not much, sure, I'll just ransom him. Or I could have a hook on him and then change his well, what's it called, the contract. And what else? Who else? This guy holds 1 county, sure, or revoke it. This guy holds 3 counties. He is of the same faith, so I'll just ransom him. This guy is Danish. Could revoke his title. This guy's the bishop, so we're definitely revoking his title. Count and another count right here. And we have 10 out of 4. Can I give my daughter some land? I don't think I can. Oh, I can't because she is female. Now, this guy hates me. He is our nephew. He does still have a claim on Sweden. But we did kill both of his heirs, so he is absolutely gonna hate us. I could create the Duchy of Skåne, or I could just give it to random people, and you know, at this point, let's just give it to some Danish nobles. Why not? As long as they make money for us. Pay taxes and pay levies. We are still stressed, so I'll ransom these big guys off. So it will give us a whole bunch of gold. He has 600 gold, just like that. Then what I'll do is execute the rest, because they are all Catholic. Maybe not this guy, he is pretty good. I'll just ransom him. And I think the rest will just execute. Yeah, we'll just execute them because we just lost all of our stress. Now, I don't think I will live too long. I'm infirm and I'm in poor health. So let's just hold court. Maybe our last time holding court as this character. Let's see, local traditions, sure. And we can actually now increase our court amenities to the maximum. Maybe even get some court positions filled. Okay, I was just increasing our men-at-arms. And I thought maybe we still have 1 war in us. I would have attacked Norway for the Duchy of... Okay, calm down. The Duchy of Viking. and the game said no, we died, and luckily we did inherit the kingdom. Nobody else inherited it because there was a bunch of people in line. But I think that we are finished. We kinda got our goal. We became the King of Sweden, and we are still of the old faith now. We can go and convert all of Sweden, maybe even conquer all of Scandinavia. And if you want to see that, then let me know. I can keep the save file, and I can go towards forming a Scandinavian Viking empire, and maybe convert all of Scandinavia back to Asatru, or even form my own reformation of the old faith. Now, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if there is anything I can do better, if you guys have any video ideas. And thank you so much.